What's going on, YouTube? This is Just Crust here, and I'm back with another YouTube video. Today we're going to be doing more Sporkle quizzes, continuing what I left off a long time ago. And this quiz is team leaders from 2000 to 2017 for each team. 192 responses. I'm going to start off, I guess this is the NFC East that we'll start with, and we'll start the quiz right now. Passing yards for the Giants, that is Eli Manning, and passing touchdowns. For 2004, the only starters they really had was Kerry Collins. Rushing yards, it could be a little tough, but Tiki Barber. Rushing touchdowns, however, that goes to Brandon Jacob, the 6'4 bruiser. Receiving yards, this could go to Amani Toomer, and it does. That was Kerry Collins and early Eli Manning's favorite target. Now we go to Philadelphia. Their leading passer was Donovan McNabb. Their leading rusher, I believe, was not Westbrook. Calm down. It was LaShawn McCoy. I believe he has 10,000 career rushing yards exactly now. Receiving yards beat Jeremy not Macklin. Receiving touchdowns was Macklin. Receiving yards was Deshaun Jackson, the deep threat, obviously. Him and Michael Vick. That explosive connection. Dallas Cowboys. Passing yards was none other than Tony Romo, because before him, they didn't really have a consistent starter. A couple of years of Drew Bledsoe, I believe a year of Vinny Testaverde along the way. Rushing yards was DeMarco Murray, a great back for like 5 years, and then he fell off the face of the planet. Rushing touchdowns was Marion Barber. I personally don't remember much about Marion Barber. Jason Witten with receiving yards. He played like 15 years with them, of course. Receiving touchdowns was Dez Bryant. Now, the Washington Redskins, now known as the football team, this one's going to be a little bit difficult because they had a lot of turnover in their years. I believe passing yards is not Jason Campbell. It'd be Kirk Cousins, I guess, at this point. Which is really sad, honestly, considering he was their legitimate starter for like 4 years max. I was thinking Jason Campbell, who was also like their only consistent starter, but whatever. Rushing yards and touchdowns, Clint Portis. I still really don't think that they should have made that trade in general, trading away Champ Bailey, considering how Champ Bailey is, a Hall of Famer. But, whatever. Receiving yards. Moss? Yeah. Santana Moss was a beast for a little bit. And we also knocked out Vikings Moss. Anyway, let's go down. The Bears. The little consistency they had at quarterback, Jay Cutler. The rushing yards, Matt Forte, incredible two-headed threat, per se. Receiving yards, probably Brandon Marshall. Oh, receiving touchdowns is Brandon Marshall. Receiving yards could be Alshon Jeffrey. That tandem was insane. They made Josh McCown look genuinely amazing. I believe one season he had like 12 touchdowns to 2 picks or something incredible. Vikings. Would it be Culpepper? Dante Culpepper, the man who took over the keys after Randall Cunningham left. Didn't quite bring them to that level of 1998 success, but he did well. He had an amazing arm. And obviously, with rushing yards and touchdowns, Adrian Peterson, Randy Moss, we already knew. The Detroit Lions, this one's kind of, at this part at least, it gave me Matthew Stafford and Calvin Johnson. Let's get a lot of Johnsons knocked out. Rushing yards is a little hard because the Lions have had no run game ever. This is the first one I really just don't know because they literally just have had no run game as long as Matthew Stafford's been on that team. I'm thinking like it could have been. I'm thinking Mikel LaShore, maybe. I have no idea. We're gonna skip. Aaron Rodgers for the Packers. He's genuinely incredible. Amon Green for rushing yards and rushing touchdowns. He was the back early 2000s, I believe, before he went to the Texans. Receiving yards goes to Donald Driver, and then touchdowns goes to Jordy Nelson. Jordy Nelson obviously being Aaron Rodgers' favorite target, specifically on those back shoulder passes to the end zone. Cardinals passing yards is not Warner. Lionheart? No. This one's interesting. Who could it be? The Cardinals didn't really have a stable starter, like, ever. Huh, I'm really confused about this. Who would be the Cardinals passing yard leader? Because Jake Plummer, um, into it went Plummer into it. Ooh, ooh. I don't know. And then it went into Lineart / Warner, and then after Warner, it was like Lineart into Skelton and Cobb. But oh, Palmer, Carson Palmer, Carson Palmer. Um, did great. I really liked them succeeding. We're not going fast enough. Rushing yards, I don't care. Philip Rivers for passing touchdowns and passing yards because he's the only person who really started besides Drew Brees. And Antonio Gates because Philip Rivers and him loved each other. This is Mark Bulger for touchdowns and yards because he got injured slightly less. Torrey Holt, I wouldn't have been surprised if it was Isaac Bruce either. I went too far down. Alex Smith, and then not Kaepernick. Jeff Garcia. He was great, and even in his last season, when he was like 41, he still played amazingly. I don't know why he didn't get more chances to start other places. Bolden, Vernon Davis, great tight end. Wasn't used incredibly effectively in San Francisco for the most part. Hawks, because of the time this was made, it is Hasselbeck, if I can spell it right, followed by Sean Alexander, an incredible kind of one-year wonder, I guess. Matt Ryan, Michael Turner, and then Roddy White. I mean, Roddy White was extremely consistent, and then in the end half of his career, he benefited from having a beastly Julio Jones beside him. Drew Brees, rushing yards is Mark McAllister. Anyway, and then Marcus Colston. Great. I think he is one of the best wide receivers to have never been named to a single Pro Bowl. Like, I know there's a fun fact about him being named, or like him having like X amount of 1,000-yard seasons without being named to a Pro Bowl. Anyway, not as important as Josh Freeman being the passing yards and touchdowns leader, and Doug Martin being the rushing leader, and Warwick Dunn, or somebody else being the touchdown leader, and Evans being the receiving yards and touchdowns leader, because Mike Evans, even after like his 4 years in the league at the point this test was being made, was a beast. Cam Newton, passing yards, touchdowns, and rushing touchdowns, because incredible. Stewart as the rushing yards. And we already had Steve Smith. Steve Smith was an incredible stalwart for all of Cam Newton's career. Jonathan Stewart and D'Angelo Williams as a two-headed monster was incredible. Tom Brady and Corey Dillon and Wes Welker and Gronkowski. And rushing yards is going to kill me. Bills. Bledsoe. No. Trent Edwards, I believe. No, but that got somewhere else. Next, Ryan Tannehill. And I don't remember the Brian Hartline. No. Jarvis Landry. No. Next question. We're getting worse and worse. Mark Sanchez. Chad Pennington was the Jets. Good, decent quarterback at one point. Wayne Krebet. No. Next question. Joe Flacco. Ray Rice. No. Jamal Lewis. Because he was a beast who had over 2,000 yards in a season. Ravens. Who? Oh, God. Oh, I know him. I can see him. I'm not going to get him. Bettis, Parker, and then Ward, because, we're running out of time, and it's awful. Derek Anderson. No, wow. That was completely wrong. Thomas. We're gonna do Carr, and well, Jones, Drew, and Fred Taylor, and Garrard, and Bortles, because I'm going out of order. Schaub and Foster. I'm getting whoever I can find. Charles and Bo. No, Gonzalez. Johnston. Allstott. Oh, that was nice. That was actually correct. Hillis. No. Couch. Oh, nice. Die. No. James for the Colts. And then Wayne. Harrison. Young. Ooh, Collins. Maybe. McNair for the Titans. And then, God, I can... Booker. No. This is real bad. I'm still thinking of this guy. It's, I can see him now. It's not... Oh, God, I hate him. It's like, in my mind, he's like the same type of receiver as like Amani Toomer, where he's like good, but he's not great, but like you know him a little. But I don't know him, and I never remember him. And he also played for the Titans, and that's the worst part. I know when his name shows up, it's gonna kill me. It's like the name that keeps popping into my head is Lee Evans, but like Lee Evans was mostly a Bill. Oh God, it's not even Booker. It's like, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna perish because I can't think of it. I can't even think of the passing yards leader for the Bills, which is Taylor. No, that would have been Tyrod or Tyrod. All right, we're just gonna give up so I can. Oh, Fitzpatrick. Duh. Anyway, Derek Mason. Yep, and Coles I should have gotten, honestly. I would not have gotten any of those. Ricky Williams I should have gotten too. Derek Mason. Yeah, that was right. Look at that, same receiver. It's almost like I was right. Wow. Give me 2 seconds while I go find myself another test. G'day, and we're back. That was about a minute for me, and no, for nothing for you. And we're on another test. Today it is, can you name the QBs with 35 plus touchdowns in a season? Maybe. We're going to go Rodgers and Mahomes and Brady and Prescott. No, whoopsies. Anyway, just kidding. I'm already a little slow. Let's start from Marino and Elway. Oh, wow. Jesus. This is real bad. Manning. That'll give us some leeway. Roethlisberger has never done that. Wow. Breeze. Rivers. Nah, never done that either. Favre. Cunningham has never done it either. Disregard. Just don't stop listening. Tony Romo. And Matthew Stafford has done it once. Kurt Warner has done it twice. Somebody did in 2004 with 39 touchdowns, and that hypothetically would have been either of the quarterbacks in the Super Bowl or not. Kerry Collins has never done it. This one seemed a lot easier in my head. I'm not gonna lie to you. Matt Ryan definitely has done it at least a couple times. Flacco is not. I knew that. I shouldn't even have looked. So Kirk Cousins has done it. Surprisingly, but also not surprisingly, because he's better than everybody says. Shoot. This is absurd. My mind is just blanking. Andrew Luck, Russell Wilson. There we go. We're getting some more names. Has Derek Carr ever done it? No. Give me a minute. I was parched. Jake Plummer? No. Oh boy, this is gonna be a long 3.5 minutes if I can't think through it all. So 2015. I want to say was Cam Newton. There we go. There's another one though. Carson Palmer. Boom. There we go. The neurons, they're starting to connect. 2020, however, I really don't remember, which is awful. 2019, there was one, and I don't know which one it was. I don't know who it was in 2019, because my memory is like a rat. Josh Allen was the 2021. I knew that one. This is rough. In 2015, Eli Manning had 35 touchdowns. That was where Manning beat Brady, Manning beat Roethlisberger in the playoffs. Roethlisberger beat Smith to get there, and then on the other side, Newton beat Palmer, Newton beat Seattle, Palmer beat... Was it even a playoff team? I don't know. If we go back to 2004, the year 2004 was Brady v. Eagles. Eagles beat the Rams, but Bulger wasn't an option. Warner's already been used. Damn, this is rough. McNair, no. Huh. 2015 and 2019 will be the ones that haunt me. Who were the starters in 2019? I could literally go like one by one if I needed to, but I can't. Garoppolo had 27-13. Goff wasn't an option. Brady's already been used. Oh my. Watson, Deshaun Watson. Fuck. I was really confident that one, honestly. That leads me to not Matt Schaub. Don't look at that. Schaub. Luck. Bortles. It was fucking Blake Bortles in 2015. 2019 was Minshew and still Watson and Luck. Or no, that was Brissett. Disregard, doesn't matter. Andy Dalton was not 2019. I'm not even gonna fucking type that. Oh jeez. Ryan Tannehill. No. But like it'd be cool. Bum ba da dum bum. Now I'm just trying to get the older ones. I don't know the 1990. I'm gonna give up before it takes it away from me. Lamar Jackson, of course. Steve Young, of course. Damn, that's a little disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, especially because I love Lamar Jackson. And Steve Young's great. I've read his autobiography. It's very interesting. That's what we're gonna end off for today. On that grueling defeat. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll stay tuned and give this video a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe, and all that fun stuff. And be sure to check out other videos, especially the one I made yesterday. Yesterday was a tier list video. And please leave discourse in that. I really want to hear anybody and everybody's opinions on the tiers that I made and for each quarterback. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye.